Against impossible odds, they shared meals, laughed at private jokes, raised a family, held hands while knowing one day they wouldn't. 20 years, not eternity. Enough. Here's where the message becomes deeply uncomfortable for many listeners. Andrian says what sustains her is not the idea that she'll see Carl again. What sustains her is how they lived while he was alive, how he treated her, how she treated him, how they took care of each other and their family. This is a moral earthquake because it relocates meaning. Meaning is no longer stored in the future. It is stored in behavior. Love is not proven by promises about the afterlife. Love is proven by how you show up when time is running out. There is no cosmic judge keeping score later. The score is already written into the days you share. And then comes the line that stays with people long after they hear it. I don't think I'll ever see Carl again, but I saw him. That sentence refuses nostalgia. It refuses denial. It refuses fantasy. Seeing becomes complete. Love doesn't need continuation to be valid. This is not despair speaking. This is clarity. It takes courage to say goodbye without bargaining. It takes courage to grieve without metaphysical anesthesia. And it takes even more courage to say, what we had was enough. Anne Druyan isn't rejecting hope. She's relocating it. Hope is no longer outsourced to the afterlife. Hope lived in the present tense, in shared mornings, in mutual care, in intellectual partnership, in love that did not demand eternity to justify itself. There's something profoundly humane here. If death is final, then how we live becomes urgent. Kindness becomes heavier. Cruelty becomes unforgivable. Indifference becomes tragic. You don't get infinite retrees. Every interaction carries weight. And perhaps that's why this passage still resonates so deeply. Because in a world obsessed with permanence, Anne Druyan reminds us that meaning doesn't come from duration. It comes from presence. Not how long did it last, but how fully did you show up while it did. She doesn't say losing Carl was easy. She calls it a tragedy precisely because they knew they would never see each other again. No denial. No soft focus. Yet there is gratitude running through the grief like a quiet current. Not gratitude for death. Gratitude for having loved at all. In a universe that owes us nothing, they were given each other. And that was enough. This way of seeing life doesn't shrink it. It enlarges it. It tells us that love doesn't need cosmic permission. Meaning doesn't need eternity. And beauty doesn't require permanence. We are here briefly. We meet. We care. We part. And sometimes, against all odds, we find someone. We see them. They see us. In the vastness of space and the immensity of time. And that is wonderful.